Welcome to Bal Stadium Singles Regulation C. I figured we'd start doing this because as the time goes by, it's getting progressively harder to find 6v6 Wi-Fi Bals, so I figured doing some 3v3 in between the Wi-Fi Bals would be a good idea. Let me know whether you think so and leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new as well. Only about 35% of people watching this video right now are subscribed, so chances are even if you think you're subscribed, you might not be because YouTube does that sometimes. So just double check you're subscribed. If you're not, hit the button. If you wasn't anyway, hit the button anyway. Oh, and also this team was made by Scorpion from the Discord server. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi Bals right now. There's a link in the description down below. And once again, big thank you to Scorpion for the team. I really appreciate it. Anyway, with that being said, let's jump into the first game. Okay, our first opponent is Josie, and they've got a pretty power-looking team. Dragonite, Iron Bundle, Iron Hands, Belly Bolt of all things, Annihilate, and Iron Juggler of all things. So, pretty awesome. This is the team I'm rocking with. You saw it at the beginning. I don't need to go into much depth on what the deal is. You can try it out yourself if you really want to. So I'm looking at this matchup and I'm thinking Chi-Yu's going to do some decent work here. They've got the Annihilate, they've got the Iron Jugglers and all that, which we can slam real hard with attacks. I think Iron Hands will do really well here as well. Stop the Belly Bolt and the Iron Jugglers, for example, as well as the Iron Bundle with the Assault Vest blocking out attacks really well. Looking at the matchup though, I would say Iron Bundle maybe is a good lead. Yeah, I think Iron Bundle's a good lead. I think we definitely bring Iron Hands. And we could bring Chi-Yu or Dragonite. Chi-Yu looks like it's going to do some decent work. Yeah, let's bring Chi-Yu and see how it goes. And the battle begins. We are in the plaza of the town that you start in. Not really the town that you start in, but whatever. We lead off with an Iron Bundle. They lead off with an Iron Bundle. We're not off to a bad start. We're going to get that nice and powerful booster energy, boosting our speed, which is great. We are faster than them. We know that for a fact now. Let's go for a substitute because they probably go for a flip turn or something. So I'm going to go for a substitute and get subbed up. See how that works for us. I think that's probably a good play, right? Going for the substitute's a good play. They go for a drill peg. Not what I was expecting, to say the least, as it doesn't even break our substitute. So let's go for a freeze dry real quick and get some damage off. They're actually going to withdraw their Iron Bundle. What are they going to go into though? That's the real question. They're going to go into their Annihilate to get some damage up. Fair enough, but we do have the Encore, so if it decides to set up, we can just lock into an whatever setup move it decides to go for. So we go for a freeze dry. Decent damage, not like perfect damage, not like I would want, but we got the freeze, which is amazing. Off to a good start. Off to a real good start. Let's go for the Hydro Pump real quick and get some massive damage off on this thing. They're going to withdraw Annihilate. Fair enough. What are they going to go into, though? Well, they're going to go into their Iron Hands. They brought their Iron Hands as well. Pretty cool. So Iron Hands comes in. It's nice and shiny. Got to love it. We go for a Hydro Pump. We do miss, unfortunately, the attack, but we're going to go for another Hydro Pump anyway, just to see what damage we've got. We do miss again, which is really unfortunate. So they got froze, we got missed twice. They go for a Drain Punch, which is going to destroy our substitute, unfortunately, which means that we can either risk it and go for another Hydro Pump here. I don't think I need Iron Bundle for anything else, to be fair. I would like a free switch into something else, to be honest with you. Let's go for another Hydro Pump and try and hit it. Let's hit the Hydro Pump. There we go. Hit the Hydro Pump. Decent damage as they go for the Drain Punch, and that's going to KO the Iron Bundle. So, we lost Iron Bundle, but Iron Bundle did good. He froze the Annihilate. He's done over half to the Iron Hands. Well, technically less than half after the Drain Punch damage, but whatever. And their Iron Bundle, we know, is a weakling. So, what we can do now is we can go into our own Iron Hands and go straight for an EQ. Or we could go for... I think Iron Hands is a good shout. I think Iron Hands is a very good shout. So we'll go Iron Hands real quick. We know we wall the crap out of their Iron Bundle. We can Terra here and go for an Earthquake or a Terra Blast. I think Terra Blast does more because it's stab. So we'll go for a Terra Blast real quick. As they are... I hope they don't Terra. If they Terra, that's kind of going to be bad. But it's whatever. So we're going to Terra real quick. There we go, terroring up. There we go. Love to see it. Love to see it. Iron Hands coming through for us right now. He's going to win us this game. I can just tell. I can just tell. They go for a close combat. That's not going to do anything to us. Anything at all. We are Terra Fairy, so that does nothing to us. So that's brilliant. as we're able to go for a Terra Blast now. There we go. A Terra Blast comes through. Boom, boom, boom. Down goes the Iron Hands because it's got a defense drop from the close combat. We definitely were getting the KO there, so that's pretty awesome. And now the Annihilate's frozen, but we can take it out of Terra Blast. And the Iron Bundle, well, that's a different story. In comes the Iron Bundle. So Iron Bundle comes in. Iron Bundle comes in. We're going to go for I want to go for a Wild Charge, but I also want to go for a Drain Punch. I feel like they're going to Terra Water, though, to get maximum damage on their Hydro Pump. So I'm going to go for a Wild Charge here. As they do go straight for a Freeze Dry, which is fair enough. Not going to do any damage to us as we go for the Wild Charge. Able to snag up that KO on the Iron Bundle, which is great. So Iron Bundle goes down. Iron Hands is just soloing this guy. Completely soloing this guy. We definitely go for a Terra Blast here. Right? Right? Terra Blast. Let's go for a Terra Blast here. So they are frozen solid, which is great for us. As we're able to go for a Terra Blast and hopefully get the KO, which would be just fantastic if we can. Terra Blast comes through. Let's see if we get the KO. Annihilate goes down and Iron Hands reigns victorious. That crit did not matter, and even if it did, it's frozen anyway, so it's not a big deal. And we have the Chi-Yu in the back, so I wasn't exactly scared of the Annihilate. So yeah, pretty fun game for the first one. A little bit hacks, but you know, it's what it is. Okay, what is this? I'm going to quickly go through this battle, and I'm not going to show it, but what is this team? It's really unranked with this team. I mean, maybe, you know, you never know. It might pull something off here, but wow. Okay, our next opponent, our next proper opponent. By the way, the server DC'd on, you know that opponent that had the LC Pokemon? The server DC'd and it counted as a loss for me. Like, what is that all about? That's just BS right there. So anyway, looking at the team, Chi-Yu again, looking good against the Skeledirge and the Dragapult and the, well, the whole team really, other than the No, the whole team really. I think Iron Hands will put in some work this game again. What I want to lead with, though, that's the real question. I think we lead with Corv. Corv looks like it does pretty well. We're going to need the Corviknight for the King Gambit. Let's have a look at our moves real quick. We've got Bulk Up. Okay, so it's not the right set. So, I'm thinking we lead with Chi-Yu, get some massive damage off straight away, bring the Iron Hands in later, and then we clean up with Iron Bundle. I think that's probably the best way to go. And the battle begins. We're on the beach. That's the good thing about ranked, is that you get different backgrounds and stuff, which is awesome. So we're going to go with Chi-Yu lead. They lead off with the Sylveon. It could still be the Zoroark, of course. So we've got to be careful of that. But I'm quite happy to Terror and go for an Overheat. The reason I'm Terroring is just in case it's the Zoroark and goes for a Focus Blast. I don't want to lose my Chi-Yu, you know. So I'm going to go for the Overheat Terror and hope for the best. There we go. Terror comes through. I bet it does go for a Focus Blast. I bet you any money it's the Zoroark. I bet you any money it's the Zoroark. So let's see what happens. So we're going to Terror into a Fairy type, making us resistant to the Fighting type and the Dark type. But still, we no longer resist Fire, but it's absolutely fine. And we are Choice Specs. We go for an Overheat. We do outspeed, confirming it's not the Zoroark. And the Sylveon goes down. Chi-Yu is just ridiculous, by the way. I can't believe this thing's allowed in Battle Stadium ranked. It's just ridiculously. It's just a nuke. It's a complete and utter nuclear weapon. In comes Gastrodon. So Gastrodon is a good one. It's definitely a good switch, that's for sure. I would say we go straight to Iron Bundle. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We'll save Chi-Yu for later. There's no point letting Chi-Yu go down here unnecessarily. We go into Iron Bundle. Iron Bundle can definitely take care of this Gastrodon with its Freeze Dry, so that's awesome. Let's see what happens. So we're going to get Booster Energy, which is going to boost our speed, which is always really nice. Always really nice. As they go for an Earth Power, that's going to do some solid damage. For some reason, Iron Bundle disappeared there. Just solid damage, that does. Wow. Let's go for a Freeze Dry real quick and take this thing out. Freeze Dry comes through. They do stay in, which is awesome. That's going to KO the Gastrodon. So that was a pretty easy one. Now it just depends on what they've got left. So here's the last Pokemon. So if Iron Bundle can't handle it, it doesn't really matter. We'll just let Iron Bundle go down. In comes the Skeledirge. So we can definitely handle Skeledirge, no problem. Definitely handle Skeledirge, no problem. We'll go for a Hydro Pump real quick just to see what they're going to do. They don't Terror, but we do miss the Hydro Pump, unfortunately. We're missing Hydro Pump a lot today as they go for a Torch Song, and that's going to obviously destroy Iron Bundle. So Iron Bundle goes down, which is unfortunate, but what can you do? There we go. Iron Bundle goes down. So they haven't Terrored yet. And I'm worried about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Iron Hands here. I'm going to go into Iron Hands. I'm going to try and force them to Terror into something. So let's see what they do. Let's see what they do. So we'll go for an EQ, get some damage off, which would be nice. Damage is always nice on these things. They go for another Torch Song. It's not going to do much damage to us because of the Assault Vest, but eventually that damage is going to start racking up. So we'll go for an EQ. There we go. It does... Oh, wow. Well, that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Let's go for the EQ again. Now they're going to Terror. What Terror type are they going to go into? If they go into a Flying type here, that'll work out nicely for them. So let's see what they do here. They're going to go for a Terror Fire. Not what I was expecting, to say the least. They do outspeed us, I believe. Yeah, they do outspeed us. So that's Terror boosted. Torch Song at +2. Let's see how much damage it does. Able to KO us, which is crazy. So there we go. Down goes the Iron Bundle, which is unfortunate, but we do have the Chi-Yu in the back. Chi-Yu outspeeds Skeledirge, no problem, because they're not exactly unless they're Choice Scarfed. Unless they're Choice Scarf Skeledirge. If they're Choice Scarf Skeledirge and they win here, I'm actually going to be I'm not even going to be mad. That's pretty awesome if they're Choice Scarfed. Let's go for a Dark Pulse and take this thing out, hopefully. Unless it's Choice Scarfed. Dark Pulse comes through. It's not Choice Scarf Skeledirge. Of course it's not. That's not a thing. Down goes the Skeledirge, and that is the end of the second game. Pretty awesome. We got 2 wins in a row. And just like that, we're rank 2 in the beginner tier, and we've already halfway to rank 3. Pretty awesome. And we got 10,000 LP. Cool. Look, see, I've got a loss because of that LC team DCing on me. That's just really frustrating. So frustrating. They got a free win for that. Okay, LL. Is that an L or a J? Looks like a backwards L. Anyway, they've got a pretty cool looking team. Gyarados, Volcarona, Glimmora, Arcanine, Hydreigon, and a Mimikyu. It looks like a singles 6v6 team, to be honest with you. So we might be in for a treat here. I think we lead with Iron Bundle. Iron Bundle matches up really well against the whole team, to be honest with you. Freeze Drive for the Gyarados, Hydro Pump for the Volcarona, Hydro Pump for the Glimmora, Hydro Pump for the Arcanine, Freeze Drive for the Hydreigon, and then there's Mimikyu. I think Corviknight might come in handy here. Oh, they've got 2 fire types though. I think Garganacci's going to come in handy, that's for sure. So what we're going to do is, we'll do what we did in the last game. We'll leave it in the Iron Bundle, because it does really well against the team. And then we'll bring Garganacci for the Mimikyu, because Mimikyu's going to be a pain, potentially. And then we'll bring Iron Bundle, Iron Hands along for the ride. So let's do that. And the battle begins, and it's glitched out. What is going on here? What is this? Oh, wow, that really glitched out for a second there. Glimmora leads. We lead off with the Iron Bundle. There's a bit of lag for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on with the game right now. We're going to get that nice and powerful booster energy, though, which is always nice. I feel like they go for a Power Gem here, so I'm tempted to Terra Water to make sure we can't take it, or just go for a Substitute. Let's go for a Substitute and Scout to see what they're going to do. So we go for a Substitute. There we go. Scout to see what they're going to do. If they go for a Power Gem, we switch into Iron Hands. As they go for a Stealth Rock. Stealth Rock? Stealth Rock's an interesting choice. Stealth Rock is definitely going to hurt the Iron Bundle, but Stealth Rock isn't really that good. I mean, I'm just going to go for an Encore here. I'm just going to go for an Encore. So there we go. Put it into an Encore. There we go. Do the Stealth Rock again. Come on, do it. Do it. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. So anyway, they must do an Encore. They have to go for a Stealth Rock again, which is great for us. We get to fire off a free Hydro Pump, and provided we don't miss like we have in the last few games, let's go for it. Let's go for the Hydro Pump. Let's go for it. They're going to withdraw. What are they going to switch into to take a Hydro Pump then? That's the real question. What is taking this Hydro Pump and then able to take me out afterwards? They're going to start. For some reason the game glitches now, but it's glitching out big time. They're going to go Hydreigon. We go for the Hydro Pump. We do hit the Hydro Pump, which is nice. It's going to do some chip damage to the Hydreigon. Look at that Hydreigon. It looks so cool. What is going on with the colors? They're popping off. Like, really nice. It's really good, that does. Really good. So anyway, Hydreigon is in. We have got a Substitute up. Let's go straight for that Freeze Dry real quick. They're going to withdraw the Hydreigon. What are they going to go into, though? That's the real question. In comes whatever that is, which is going to be the Glimmora. So Glimmora comes in. We're going to go for a Freeze Dry. Iron Bundle's putting this guy through the ropes right now. It does so well against their team, you know. It does so well against their team. So we'll go for another Hydro Pump here. I see no reason not to. We do hit the Hydro Pump again, which is great. That's going to be able to take out the Glimmora, no problem. As down it goes. So Glimmora goes down. We do have Stealth Rocks on our side of the field, but Stealth Rocks aren't really a problem in 3v3 because the battles generally don't last long enough for them to take much of an effect. In comes whatever that is, which is going to be the Hydreigon again. So Hydreigon comes in. We do outspeed the Hydreigon even if they're Choice Scarfed. We go for a Freeze Dry and we should be able to take this thing out. They are going to Terra though, which is interesting. So the Terra is glitching out. What is going on? What is going on right now? There we go. The Terra is coming through. It's going to be a Terra Fire. Interesting. So Terra Fire. Interesting. So we have to hit another Hydro Pump in a row. We have to hit one more Hydro Pump. So we'll go for a Freeze Dry anyway. Hopefully we can freeze it. That'd be nice. No freeze, which is unfortunate, as they're going to be able to break us. They go for a substitute of their own. Okay, fair enough. They go for another substitute of their own. So we've got a floating substitute and we've got a regular substitute, as they turn out to be leftovers as well. I think we already saw leftovers though, so that's not really surprising. What we'll do is we'll go for a... Does Encore go through the sub? I think it does, doesn't it? Let's go for a Hydro Pump. I don't think it does. I don't think it does. We'll go for a Hydro Pump. Take out their substitute. There we go. Boom, down goes the substitute because they're a fire type. As there we go, the substitute's going to go down now, which is great. So substitute does fade, which is great. Look how big they are. They're so big. They go for a Dark Pulse. That's going to break our substitute. No problems there. And it all comes down to this. Can our Iron Bundle... Is it even worth trying to do that? Might not be, you know. If they're going to go for a Dark Pulse... We may as well switch into our Iron Hands, right? Because if we risk the Hydro Pump, you know, screw it, let's just risk the Hydro Pump. I think we're alright. So we'll go for a Hydro Pump. We do hit it, which is great. As down goes the Hydreigon. Iron Bundle's coming through for us right now. What an absolute legend. What an absolute legend. So Iron Bundle comes through, Hydreigon goes down. We might see a DC here. In comes whatever that is. So that is going to be... the Arcanine. So Arcanine comes in. We go straight for that Hydro Pump right now. There's no real reason not to. As they go for an Extreme Speed, it doesn't KO us. Can we hit the Hydro Pump? That'd be great. We missed the Hydro Pump, unfortunately. So that's unfortunate. We'll go for another Hydro Pump on the off chance they don't click Extreme Speed, but they do. Down goes Iron Bundle, which is a real shame. Down it goes. So Iron Bundle missed, which cost us basically not the game, but cost us a lot there. We'll go into our nice and powerful Iron Hands. There we go. Iron Hands comes in. Iron Hands should be able to take care of this thing with a Earthquake. So Stealth Rocks are going to dig in, which is not something I thought I'd say on Battle Stadium Singles. So let's go for an Earthquake anyway and just take this Arcanine out. So they go for an Extreme Speed, try and get some damage off. Not going to do too much damage to us. We go for an EQ. Iron Hands is going to be able to easily take out this Arcanine. There we go. Nicely done. Down goes the Arcanine, and that is the end of the third game and the final game of the video. So thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.